people? English?
Yes.
Okay. All the Westerners come here. All the English-speaking Westerners, the black, the white, the yellow, the red, the stripes, come here. You good? Yeah? You guys are going or coming? Now?
9:30.
9:30. Wow, you have 2 hours and a half. Oh, good. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Yeah, come in. You don't know anything anyway, right? Come in. Everybody, quick. All the black guys, where are they? Okay, guys. Yeah, that's it. I've seen some black people. Where are they? Come in quick. Yeah. Sit down. Anywhere. Yeah. Good. Go inside quickly before no room. Yeah. There's some more chocolates. I don't see a lot of chocolates. Where have they gone? Chocolate? Another chocolate somewhere. Even if you've been before, it doesn't matter. Just sit down anywhere, honey. Yeah, sit on top of that white bear guy, black and white, to show the integrity. Yeah, you sit there. It's fine. Doesn't matter. It's good. Just come in, sit here. Here. Here, sit among beautiful ladies. Done, yeah? I'm sorry, you eating? You can bring your food there, honey. You listen with your ears, not with your mouth, so it doesn't matter. Okay? Where is the other chocolate with the beautiful hair?
She's sleeping.
She's sleeping already? She is?
No, she's
Doesn't matter if she sleeps, who cares? No, where? Okay, you want to sleep, you stay there. Okay, anyone else? Sleeping, huh? It must be tiring, sitting all day, all night, listening to stories and jokes. Yeah. Look at your brother. He's not sleeping. He sits there all day. He never moves anywhere.
He's a die-hard.
Huh?
He's a die-hard.
Hard to die. Never die. He's an undying love. Okay, good. All right. I thought the chocolate, they're tough guys, but they're not really tough, huh? Sleeping with her hair like that, she will ruin her hair. You don't sleep after you have your hair do, no? It's be ruined, huh? Okay. Okay, we are telling jokes now. I'm not asking for your opinion anymore. Yeah, come. Yeah, they took all your space. Look at that. Over there. Oh, space there, honey. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Just going. We're starting now. You just sit right on top of that guy with the white head. There you are. We miss you, that's why we got you in here. Because you're going soon, right, guys?
Yes.
You're going today, right? Choco? You're going today, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Saturday.
Tomorrow? No wonder. No wonder she can sleep now. It seems long, hey? Is it long these days? No? Very fast, huh? Yeah, because so many stories, you know? The wife told the husband, "Darling, you know that cake you asked me to bake for you? Well, sorry, the dog ate it." Convenient, huh? Husband say, "That's okay, dear. Don't cry. I will buy you another dog." Oh, man. Two husbands met each other, in a bar, I guess, and talk bad about their wives. Gossip, no? Okay. My wife spent 4 hours in the beauty shop the other day. Boy, that's a long time. Why? So the other husband said, yeah, and that was just for the estimate. How much it costs and all that. The wife said, I dreamed you gave me $100 for summer clothes last night. You wouldn't spoil that dream, would you, my darling? Yeah. So the husband said, of course not. You may keep the $100 in the dream. The husband asked the wife, where did you get that new hat? So the wife said, don't worry, dear. It didn't cost a thing. Husband was very surprised. How? So the wife said, it was marked down from $20 to $10. So I bought it with the $10 that I saved. The discount. So it doesn't cost a thing. How good, huh? One very hot day, when guests were present for dinner, a mother asked her 4-year-old son to say grace. The son protested, He said, Mother, I don't know what to say. So she told him, you just say what you have heard me say. Obediently, he bowed his head and said, Oh Lord, why did I invite those people here on a hot day like this? That's what he heard. Oh my God. You better watch out. Your kids say anything, all the truth. Remember the joke I told you a long time ago? The mother said to the kid, I'm having guests today. Don't always come and tell me that you want to go pool and all that, okay? It's not very nice and not very pretty. So if you really want to go pool, you tell me, Mother, I want to go to pluck flowers. Yeah? Okay. So the kid said, okay. And then she forgot. So the kid came in and said, Mom. She wanted to say something, and Mother said, not now, honey, I'm busy. Don't you see I'm having guests and having tea with guests? Can you tell me later? So later, after a while, she saw the kid go in the corner and soak, so she felt a little sorry. I said, okay, come on, tell me, what is it? Oh, it's too late. I already plucked flowers in my pants. The doctor said, well, your leg is swollen, but I wouldn't worry about it, okay? So the patient said, yeah, I wouldn't worry about it either if it was your leg. Easy to say, huh? When it's not your problem. Two women were talking, and one said, my youngest has trouble with eczema and asthma. The other woman said, oh, that's nasty. That's pretty nasty. Yeah. How did he get them? So the first woman said, he hasn't got them. He just can't spell them. I also would have problem with spelling this. There's some words you just can't spell. They don't read the way they spell, It's very confusing sometimes. Okay. A doctor began his examination of an elderly man by asking him what brought him to the hospital. So the old man looked surprised and said, why? It was an ambulance. What brought him to the hospital? Couldn't you tell? Well, who knows? Maybe he got in by the taxi, no? What the doctor means, you know, right? Like, what's the trouble with him? What's the matter with him? Or what ails him? Okay, now. Yeah. The first doctor asked the second one, have you ever made a serious mistake in the diagnosis of a patient? The second said, yes, I once treated a patient for indigestion when he could have afforded an appendectomy. More expensive, you know, right? Whew, I don't want to say all the, same jokes, so we have to take a break sometimes. So it's not boring, always about doctors and always about students, always about husbands. Yeah. In the middle of the night, Karen awoke, screaming in pain. Quick, quick! She yelled at her husband. John, ring the doctor. I think it's my appendix. So John got on the blower. Means the phone, right? The blower. My God. Doctor, it's my wife. She's screaming in pain and thinks it's her appendix. So the doctor say, John, calm down and go back to sleep. I took out your wife's appendix 4 years ago, and in my years as a doctor, I have never heard of anyone having another one. I think we had this before, no? And fine, Johnny said dryly. But have you ever heard of anyone having another wife? Of course, né? You presume anything. This is a long one. A man sought medical aid because he had popped eyes and a ringing in the ears. Oh, I think we had this already, no? Maybe not. Okay. Okay, maybe not. A doctor looked him over and suggested that his tonsils should be removed. Yeah. So the operation resulted in no improvement. So the patient consulted another doctor who suggested that his teeth should be removed. So the teeth were extracted, but still the man's eyes popped and the ringing in his ears continued. A third doctor told him bluntly, you've got 6 months to live. In that event, the doomed man decided that he'd treat himself right while he could. So he bought a flashy car, hired a chauffeur, had the best tailor in town, make him 30 suits. He spent as much as he had while he's still alive. Then he decided that even his shirts would be made to order. So everything is first class, ne? Yeah. Probably he had money. That's why all the doctors operated on him so badly. So if you have money, maybe you shouldn't tell your doctor. So he just treats you a common cold instead of removing your appendix or something else. Okay, say the shirt maker. Let's get your measurement. 34 sleeves, 16 collar. Collar? Yeah? Yeah. 15, the man said. 16 collar. The shirt maker repeated, measuring again. So the man said, but I have always worn a 15, 15, I think, inches or something. Yeah? Is that I call it? 15 inches? Color. So the man said again, arguing, So the shirt maker said, hey, listen, I'm warning you. If you keep on wearing a 15 color, your eyes will pop and you will have a ringing in your ears. All this time, Pona, I tell you. You know what, guys? I wore this just to sell, so now I'm going to change into something more comfortable. I come back in 2 minutes. I thought I could bear it, but I don't want to. Because wait,
Prettiest.
huh?
This is the prettiest that you've had on all this time.
Fine, but
Beautiful.
I want to breathe. I want to laugh. I come back, okay, guys? Yeah. If you like it, ever. Enough, yeah? Yeah. Philippine style. Say, please wear them all so we can sell them. All this stuff. I'm coming back in 2 minutes, I promise. Because, it's pretty maybe, but it's not for laughing, in my pocket. Come on, this is just a house. Oh, I feel better. Yeah. Huh? It's better, huh?
Yes.
Now we can laugh, I love those things too, but just to make the SM Celestial clothes happy. And the Supreme Master TV and the photo department. Happy, yeah. Now. Oh, okay, you got it, huh? The next one is, I think I've told this story already. I'm not sure. In case you heard it already, you just laugh a little bit, okay? Or boo in the middle, so I don't bother to continue. Okay. So, there's a small cruise ship, going around from one place to another. And to entertain the guests on the cruise ship, there's a magician. He's been doing his routines every night for a year or two. The audiences love his tricks, yeah. And they change over often enough so he doesn't have to make new tricks or anything, yeah. Always new customers, yeah, so he always does the same tricks all the time. However, there is a parrot who sits in the back row and watches him night after night, year after year. Probably the parrot belongs to the captain or something, and he stays with the ship, so that he is a regular customer. He watches the same tricks over again and again and again. So finally, the parrot figures out how the tricks work and starts giving it away to all the customers, telling them what the punchline is, yeah? So, for example, when the magician makes a bouquet of flowers disappear, the parrot quacks, behind his back, behind his back. Or when he takes a rabbit out, and show it to the audience, he says, he hid it in his hat, he hid it in his hat. Okay. So, well, the magician was really annoyed, yeah. But he didn't know what to do, yeah. Yeah, sure, the parrot belongs to the captain. Look at that. I knew it all. So he can't just kill it. You didn't hear this joke before? No. Okay, good. So probably I told it to my attendants and I thought, how come it sounds familiar already? But I didn't remember the whole thing. So what happened is, one day, the ship springs a leak and then sinks. Oh man, the magician managed to swim to a plank of wood floating by and grabs on. The parrot is sitting on the other end of the plank. They just stare at each other and drift around. They drift for 3 days and still don't speak anything. On the 4th day, the parrot looks over at the magician and he couldn't bear it no more. So he said, okay, I give up. Where did you hide the ship? He couldn't guess this time. It's funny. Yeah. A man went to visit his friend and was amazed to find him playing chess with his dog. Oh, pardon. I don't know why when I'm with you it's like that. I'm in my room, nothing happened. Have you ever heard me cough or do anything there? No, nothing. I give up. What did you do? You don't have enough room here, honey?
I'm fine.
You fine?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe you prefer to look at that guy and then be... Oh. You know, the Singapore couple, even here they manage to... Oh, well, it doesn't look too bad. I don't blame you. No, honey, I'm kidding. You be comfy, don't worry about me. I always pick on somebody. See how happy I make them when I pick them on somebody, accept them. Don't worry, I pick on myself soon, so you feel better. Yeah? I pick on myself many times already when I wear those tight dresses, remember? And you laugh at them? Okay, that would be even already, huh? A man went to visit his friend and was amazed at finding him playing chess with a dog. Okay. The man watched the game and felt so astonished. Yeah. After a while, he said, "I can hardly believe my eyes," he exclaimed. "That's the smartest dog I've ever seen in my entire whole life." So his friend shook his head and said, Nah, he's not that bright. I beat him already 3 games in 4. 3 games in 5, sorry. So the dog won only 2 times, poor dog. He's not really smart, is he? Nah, check out on here. Whoa. I lost it. Here it is. Wow, I found it. Okay. A patient asked the doctor, "What are your fees, doc?" So the doctor said, "I charge $10 for the first visit and $5 for the second." So the patient said, "Well, doc, it's nice to see you again," as a second time. He tried to cheat. All right. What should I do? So the doctor said, "Okay, take the same medicine I gave you last time." Yeah. Who's smarter, huh? A man tried to sell his neighbor a new dog. So he said to the neighbor, "This is a talking dog, you know, and you can have him for only $5. So the neighbor was surprised and said, who do you think you're kidding with, this talking dog stuff? You know, there's no such thing as a talking dog." Suddenly the dog looked up with tears in his eyes. "Please buy me, sir," he pleaded. "This man is cruel. He never buys me a meal. He never bathes me. He never takes me for a walk. I used to be the richest trick dog in Asia. I performed before kings. I was in the army and I was decorated 10 times. So the neighbor said, "Hey, he can really talk. Why you sell him only for $5? The seller said, "Because I'm getting tired of all his lies." Oh my God. He doesn't go fit. Doesn't care whether he talks or not. Okay. What is that? What kind of people? A patient called the doctor about 2 o'clock in the morning. "Doctor, I can't sleep because I owe you so much money. You sent me such a big bill. I can't pay it. It bothers me so much. I can't sleep." So the doctor said, "Why did you have to tell me now? Now I can't sleep." And the patient said, "And I can now." Another doctor said, "You are coughing better this morning." The patient said, why not? I've been practicing all night. Okay. This lion woke up one morning and felt very great. He felt so powerful that he went out, cornered a small monkey, and roared at him. Tell me, who's the mightiest of all the jungle animals? So the poor quacking little monkey replied, you are, of course you are. No one is mightier than you. So a little while later, the lion confronted a deer and bellowed out again. Who is the greatest and strongest of all the jungle animals? The deer was shaking so hard, he could barely speak, but managed to stammer, oh, great lion, you are by far the mightiest animal of the jungle. The lion on a roll then swaggered up to an elephant that was quietly munching on some vegetables and roared at the top of his voice, who is the mightiest animal in the jungle? At this, the elephant grabbed the lion with his trunk, picked him up, slammed him down, picked him up again, shook him until he was just a blur of orange and black. God. Normally people say black and blue, no? Okay. A blur of orange and black. And finally threw him violently against a nearby tree. Oh, horrible. The lion staggered to his feet, looked up at the elephant and says, hey, guy, there's no need to get so wound up just because you don't know the answer. What for? Get worked up so much. Oh my God. Mrs. Smith was suddenly ill in the night, and a new doctor was called to the house. After looking at her, the doctor stepped outside the sick room to ask her husband for a corkscrew. Taking the tool, he disappeared, but several minutes later, he came back again, wanting a pair of pliers. Again, he came back after disappearing for a few minutes while the patient was moaning with pain. And then he wanted something again. I need a chisel and a mallet, quick. A mallet? What is a mallet? What is a mallet?
A hammer.
A hammer. Okay.
Big wooden, square wooden one.
I see. The big one. Okay. I need a mallet and a chisel. Oh, and the husband of the patient couldn't stand it any longer. What is the problem with my wife then, doctor? So serious? So the doctor said, I don't know yet. I have to open my instrument bag first. All the tools, they couldn't open it yet. It's so funny, is it? You understood, right? Thank God. My English is not too bad. He's been too busy opening the bag. Johnny was having trouble with a toothache, so he visited the dentist. If you extract a tooth, how much do you charge? The dentist say, $20. What? $20? Just for a tooth? It won't take you a couple of minutes, John exclaimed. So the dentist say, well, if you wish, I can make it longer. I can take longer. I will do it slowly. Woo. There was a vampire bat, the bat who takes blood, I guess, yeah. Came, flapping from the night, and he was all covered in fresh blood, and he landed himself on the roof of the cave to get some sleep. And soon all the other bats smelled the blood and came and were hassling him about where he got it. He told them to bug off and let him get some sleep, but they would not leave him alone. So finally, he gave in. He said, okay, follow me. And he was so tired, but he tried to drag his wings and his body to a spot with the hundreds of bats following behind him. Through the valley they went, across a river, into a forest full of trees. And finally, the bat full of fresh blood on his body stopped. And all other bats excitedly surrounded him. And then the blood-covered bat used his wing to swim. You see those big trees over there? Yeah, the big black trees, very tall, very big. You see them? So all the bats were excited. Yes, 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 we see them, we see them. So the blood-covered bat say, good, good, because I didn't. Good joke, huh? Good joke. Thank you, whoever found it. I did not see it. They wanted to know where the blood came from. Well, I think I told you this joke already, but maybe I tell you again, in case I just told it to attendants or some people on the bus or taxi driver or something. Because sometimes if I told a joke, I remember, But maybe I told it to somebody else and not you guys, yeah? So a doctor said to the patient, Mr. Smith, I have some good news and some bad news for you. Give me the bad news first. Okay, the doctor said, okay, the leg that we amputated from you is a wrong one. Oh, the patient said, my God, what can be good news? So the doctor said, your other leg won't need to be amputated. After all, we found out that it's okay. Oh my God. Trust the doctor. Oh my God. You wish he hadn't told you, huh? It's bad enough that he cut it off and he even told you the truth. Oh my God. Such honesty. Oh, is there anything here that we missed? I don't know. I don't know if I should tell you this joke. It's safe private. Here. You want to hear it?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Forbidden food. Okay. A 75 years old man, has never been married. One day he met a girl about 18 years old, where he worked, and then they both fell in love at first sight. Okay, they got married and went to Hawaii for honeymoon, or honey week, whatever, yes. And when they got back, all the friends say to him, so, hello, how was it? Everything okay? Oh, it was beautiful, wonderful. I had the best time in my life. Oh, what did you do all this time then? So, we sunbathed, yeah, and we surfed, and we made love almost every night. So his friend say, man of your age, how would you be making love almost every night? So the man said, oh yeah, we almost made love Monday, we almost made love Tuesday, we almost... I told you, it's private. Okay. Pretend you didn't hear it. Tell it only to your boyfriend or something. If he's 70, don't tell him. This is a very bad joke, but I don't know if you want to hear it. Huh? No, I think not. It's so violent. It's also a private joke. It's a bad one. No, violent, so don't hear it. Okay. 3 friends die in a car crash. They all went to heaven, into a registration. So St. Peter asked them, when you are in your casket, friends and family are crying, because of your departure. What would you like to hear them say about you? The first guy say, I would like to hear them say that I was a great doctor in my time and a great family man. The second guy say, I would like to hear that I was a wonderful husband and school teacher who made a huge difference in our children of tomorrow. And the second guy, I lost it somewhere. The third guy, never mind. I think I know it. The third guy say, I would really like them to say that, look, he's moving. You didn't hear that joke before? No. Oh, thank God I told you. Because I remember I told it to somebody already. All right. Well, okay. There's another good one, but I don't like it because it's about fishing. I don't like it. A guy had an operation and the doctor left a sponge inside him. Yeah. So a friend asked him, you got any pain? The friend said, no, but boy, I always feel very thirsty. Sponge. Sucked up, huh? The doctors always keep telling us that we have to go get a lot of fresh air. We must get a lot of fresh air, but they never told us where to find it. That means nowadays we don't see any more fresh air. Doctor, will I be able to read with these new glasses? Yes, of course. Patient, good. I never could read before. Illiterate. A friend talked to the other friend. I have been seeing spots in front of my eyes for a long time. The second friend asked, have you seen a doctor? The first friend said, no, just spots. It must be a dumb blonde joke again. They must be talking about me all the time. I don't know why. On the science test, everybody got the right answer except Johnny. So the teacher asked him after returning the papers, tell me, Johnny, how did you know that heat causes objects to expand and cold causes them to shrink? Johnny said, because I'm no dope, meaning I'm not dumb, Johnny said, in the summer, when it's hot, the days are longer. Yeah. And in the winter, when it's cold, they are shorter. Oh, I see. No, everybody had the wrong answer except Johnny. Yeah, that's why the teacher asked him, how do you know that? How do you know? In the heat, the things expand. So he said, in summer, the days longer, winter, days shrink. By the way, I just remember another joke. Yeah, there's a new bride just came to the parents-in-law family. In Vietnam, the bride goes to live with the in-laws and with the husband's family. Not all the time, but that was tradition. Now, I think not anymore. So when she first came, the mother-in-law told her to boil some spinach, spinach, right? And it was a big, huge basket of spinach, and after she boiled it, it became only like a small bowl. Huh? So she was so afraid that the mother-in-law will think she ate it. So she was crying, and then the mother-in-law came and said, "What's the matter?" She said, I did not eat it. I don't know why it becomes so small like this, but I did not eat it. I did not eat it." The mother-in-law said, No, I know you didn't. The spinach, they are like that. They shrink when you boil them. So don't worry, they become less when you boil them. So a few days later, she gave her some vegan ham to boil, 3 pieces of vegan ham. And then she was hungry, she ate one of them, and only 2 left. The mother-in-law came and said, "How come I gave you 3 pieces? How come only 2 left?" She said, "They shrink after boiling." They shrink in the hot water, né? Okay. A woman went to the doctor, and then the doctor told her to take a hot bath before retiring. And she complained to her friends, "That's not fair. It's ridiculous. Because it will be years before I retire." Yeah?
Now I get it.
Tell me, what is it? Tell me how you get it.
Well,
Because I didn't.
it'll be years before she's old enough to retire, like 65 or something. She's retired.
She thinks that's when she has to take a bath.
Hmm? Oh, I see.
Time for the night.
Yeah, I know. But she took it like, okay, she has to wait for years before retiring. Okay, I got it. And there's another similar joke. She said like, "My doctor told me to take a hot bath before I sleep. My God, I couldn't sleep the whole night. It takes a long time to to finish the hot water." A surgeon advised a musician who played violin that he would have to undergo an operation. The patient said, "But doc, I have concerts booked already. If you operate, can I be assured that I will be able to play the violin in 2 weeks' time?" The doctor said, no problem. The last patient on whom I performed this operation was playing a harp within 24 hours. No, I guess he just means a real harp, but it sounds like he plays it in heaven. Gone, right? It's so funny that you all understood so quickly. I'm amazed. It took me a while when I read it. It's called the lawnmower. One summer, when the power mower, the mower of the grass, power mower, the power mower, look at that. They just make me trouble. Okay, was broken and it wouldn't run. So the wife kept hinting to the husband that he should fix it. Yeah, get it fixed. But the message, was never received well by the other end. Like all the men, they don't listen. That's what they say. Okay. So finally, the wife thought of a very clever way to drive home the point. So when the husband arrived home that day, the wife was sitting in the tall grass, busy snipping away the grass with a tiny pair of sewing scissors, just to hint that the power mower should be fixed. The husband watched quietly for a while and then went into the house. And then he came back out and he handed a toothbrush to the wife. He said, "When you finish cutting the grass, you can sweep the sidewalk with." He never gets it, does he? Try not to understand, huh? I told this joke already somewhere, but never mind. I think we have not had it on SMTV, and maybe you didn't get the DVD, so here goes. A lady called her butler into her bedroom. You know what a butler is, right? Rich people, they have butlers, like housekeepers. Okay. So her butler is a man, huh? Mostly men. So she said to him, "John." And John said, "Yes, ma'am." "John, take off my dress." "Yes, ma'am." And he removes the dress. "John, take off my bra." "Yes, ma'am." And he removes the bra. "Now, John, take off my shoes and stockings." "Yes, ma'am," he says, and removes her shoes and stockings. "Now," the lady said, "now take off my panties. And I'm warning you for the last time. You are going to lose your job if I ever catch you wearing my clothes again." Surprise, huh? Good one, huh? Good one. You were thinking something else. Told you. Good, huh? Yeah. That was a good one, huh?
That's great.
It was neat, okay. Mr. Melvin phoned the doctor for an appointment. And the nurse said that in 2 weeks' time, he will have an appointment with the doctor. So Melvin said, "In 2 weeks, I will be dead by then." So the nurse said, "In that case, you can always cancel the appointment." No problem, right? After you die, you don't need it. You just call in and say, "I'm not coming." The music teacher, took her class to its first grand opera ever. Yeah, the lights dimmed down, and the conductor began waving his baton while the soprano started to sing. After a long while, a student asked his teacher, "Why is the conductor waving his stick at that woman?" "Oh, don't worry, he won't hit her," the teacher said to assure the student. "Then why is she screaming so loud?" I thought I told you this joke. I mean, not you exactly, but to an audience, no? I did? Where?
In Florida.
Florida, yeah, I thought so. Sorry, you have to laugh second hand again. But I didn't ever put that on SMTV. Yeah?
No, no DVDs.
Yeah, but they told me they don't have any more jokes. They must be joking. I told you to dig all the jokes out. They must be joking. The wife asked the husband, "Why do you go out on the balcony when I sing?" I think you know this joke. "Don't you like to hear me singing?" The husband said, "No, I want the neighbors to see that I'm outside. I'm not beating my wife up." Screaming out. Okay. A doctor phoned his plumber about 2:00 a.m., after midnight, because he had a problem with leaking in his bathroom. Yeah. So the plumber yells, "For God's sake, doc, this is some time to wake me up." So the doctor said, "Oh, well, you have never hesitated to call me in the middle of the night with a medical problem. Now it just happens I've got a plumbing emergency. So could you please come over?" There was a moment of silence, and then the plumber spoke up. "Right, you are, doctor. Okay, tell me what's wrong." The doctor explained about the leak in the bathroom. So the plumber offered, "I tell you what to do. Take 2 aspirins every 4 hours and drop them down the pipe. If the leak hasn't cleared up by the morning, phone me at the office. It's emergency. It's not very funny, but it's okay. It's laughable. One day, the husband decided to wash his sweatshirt. After a few seconds, he stepped into the laundry room. He yelled to his wife, "What setting do I use on the washing machine?" Because he never used it before, of course. So she said, "It depends," the wife said. "What does it say on your shirt?" He yelled back at her, "University of Oklahoma." And these are the guys who always make fun of dumb blondes. University even, that's his university shirt even. What do you call an intelligent, good-looking, and sensitive man?
Red.
A rumor. Or maybe it's a science fiction. The doctor told me to take this medicine with a hot bath. I could hardly finish drinking the bath. Take with a hot bath. Found that funny, huh? Yeah, okay. A man and his wife in their 60s now. Oh, okay, change it first. Yeah. Wow.
No laughing while he's changing the face, right?
No laughing? Hold it.
Hold it.
Beep. That's it. Okay. A man and his wife, both in their 60s, were celebrating their 40th wedding anniversary. On their special day, a good fairy came to them and said that because they had been so good, that each one of them could have one wish. So the wife wished for a trip around the world with her husband. Then, woof, immediately she had airline cruise tickets in her hands. Yeah. The man wished for a female companion 30 years younger. Woof, immediately he turned 90. Good fairy. Good. Yeah. Be careful what you wish for. That's what he advises you. Watch it, huh? Good, nice fairy, huh? Yeah, lousy husband, no. She has only one wish. She couldn't wish herself to become young anymore, right? Yeah. A lawyer sent an overdue bill to a customer with a note saying, "This bill is 1 year old." The customer returned it by mail to the lawyer and a note saying, "Happy birthday," to the bill. Pretend not to understand. "Are you enjoying the bus ride?" The bus driver asked. The male passenger said, Yes. The bus driver asked again, "Then why are you riding with your eyes shut?" So the male passenger said, "I'm okay. It's just that I hate to see women standing." We saw it somewhere else already. Yeah. Oh, what do you mean, oh? A mother asked the son, "Did you take a bath today?" The son said, "Why? Is one missing?" Oh, this is a bad one. A woman is praying to God. "Dear Lord," men may not want to hear this, huh? Dear Lord, I pray for wisdom to understand my husband. I pray for love to forgive him. And I pray for patience for his moods. Because, dear Lord, if I pray for strength, I will beat him to death. Amen. Oh dear, you love that.